Hello all, and welcome to tonight's beer review, which I am dubbing the Toxoplasmosis gondii review. And I'm not going to tell you why, because it's kind of disgusting. Suffice to say, some of you may figure it out. Anyways, I worked 15 hours yesterday, so I didn't have a beer. So I'm really dying for a beer and a whiskey tonight, man. And boy howdy, do we have one to review tonight. This is the Golden IPA from Sierra Nevada. It is from their from their seasonal pack, their seasonal IPA pack. So let's read the label. This is 55 IBU and 5.9 ABV, which they're kind of calling a session IPA, but in my opinion, anything above a 5.0 isn't sessionable. Isn't technically a session IPA, but this is not a standard definition, so what have you. This golden ale is our rendition of the classic West Coast style IPA. It's light-bodied and intense with citrus and piney whole cone cascade hops, the signature flavor of the American IPA. Hoppy light-bodied IPAs have become a hallmark of the West Coast style of brewing, and our Golden IPA is as West Coast as the sunset over the Pacific. It's heady with the signature pine and grapefruit aromas of the whole cone cascade hops, tied together in a bold but approachable IPA. So, let's stop reading the ad copy and just get to the beer, shall we? Definitely smell those cascade hops. Very juicy and piney at the same time. Giving it a fairly vigorous pour. Give it a nice head. Got about a fingers and a half full of head. Nicely carbonated, look at that. See it traveling up there. It's a nice yellow-orange color, shading more towards the yellow. Just slightly translucent, mostly clear. Thick, fluffy, whitish yellow head. Got that citrus grapefruit going on there. Hints of pine needles under that, so nice floral scents. And bready malts. Honestly, it really smells like an amped up golden ale. Very refreshing in the front. The front is almost Pilsner-like, but the end reminds you that it's an ale. Your mid palate, you got strong grapefruit going on there. And there's a lasting hop finish, that lasting hop bitterness that is a trademark of IPAs, but it's fairly dialed back, and I like that. It is light-bodied, but you still have a malt backbone to it. Very nice crackery malts. Just a hint of honeyed sweetness to it. Just a hint that comes out when it warms up. I've already had one and I can't remember the notes. Citrus interplays with the malts, creating an almost, lemon tart-like flavor to the malt hop interplay. all in all, something that you don't get to say much with the IPA style. This is refreshing to drink, which is why probably some people call this a session IPA. I prefer to have session refer more towards the ABV, low ABV, as opposed to drinkability. Some people prefer drinkability as a sort of hallmark of sessionability. If you're going for something drinkable, this is drinkable. You can really knock back a few of these. At 5.9, though, you might want to be a little bit careful about knocking back a few of these. Great balance for this light-bodiedness. It is not what I like to call hop water. Excuse me, kind of carbonated. Hop water is basically what I call most session IPAs, because that's what it tastes like. It tastes like hops suspended in water. If American lagers are fizzy yellow water, session IPAs are hop water. They're just one-dimensional, light-bodied, and fairly unpleasant. This is pleasant. It's balanced. It's like somebody took a golden ale and just tweaked up the hops a little bit, tweaked up the malts a little bit to keep that balance, but maintained the drinkability of a golden ale. It's warming up and getting that sweet honeyed note is coming in the mid palate and lingering on the finish. Some very slight hints of tropical fruits there. Probably more towards the pineapple end than the mango end, I would say. Mango passion fruit. Bit of a grassy note to the hop finish. And just a slight subtle hint of floralness to it as well. So, Golden IPA. If you like IPAs, this is a very good one. People who like IPAs tend to like IPAs. If you want something that's heavy-bodied, I'd probably skip it. If you're into session IPAs, I'd definitely go and check this one out. I'm not into session IPAs. I sincerely enjoyed this one. Like I said, it really tastes like a golden ale that has had its hops and malts amped up just a little bit, but kept that sort of golden ale drinking experience. So if you like IPAs, if you like golden ales, give this one a shot. And go out yourself and get that box set before it disappears, huh? So, that's your beer review for tonight, folks. Golden Sierra Nevada, Golden IPA. Definitely a good beer. Go out and get your... Blah, blah. I worked 15 hours yesterday. My tongue is tied. My tongue is tongue-tied. Go out and get yourself a few bottles of it. So, that's your beer review for tonight, folks. Cheers.